Well, some new guy attacked my position without, of course, dealing with my argument. And I said this, which proves that Hinduism is evil. So, after someone said that he wanted me beheaded because Hindus are such good people, aren't they? This guy came, Sanjay Kumar, whom I call Sakdeep or Samgay Kumar. How's your family been? Oh yeah, they excommunicated you, didn't they? So he thinks that I was not the one to excommunicate them, it was they who excommunicated me. And he pulls this claim out of his ass. He doesn't know anything about my family. He doesn't know anything. So this is his desire. He runs away, he's angry because I proved his religion is evil, because it slanders Indians, it's anti-Indian, it's ridiculous. He's angry because I proved that he is deluded and his religion is evil. I proved that he's evil. Without meeting this guy, I proved that he is blind and evil. And he runs away from the proof. And he mocks. Why does he mock? Because he's a hyena. And the hyena is afraid of a lion. He doesn't want to fight the lion. He just laughs and runs away. Runs away from this argument. Now, not all of the posts that were in this thread show up because people are shadow banned. I'm shadow banned sometimes, others are shadow banned. Or if I report someone for wanting me to be murdered, for example, then YouTube makes it so that I don't see their comments anymore. But their responses are preserved in the notifications section. And then he said, hold on, I said, where was I? I said, no, they did not excommunicate me. You know nothing, you're not funny. So he said, I bet the jokes your family make at the Christmas table. I don't celebrate Christmas, it's pagan. And only pagans celebrate Christmas, ironically. Are a lot funnier than what I said. Shame you have to celebrate it alone. Must suck. So he keeps running away from my argument that proves that he is evil and that he is deluded. He keeps running away because he's really weak and pathetic, and he does the ad hominem fallacy again. He attacks the person instead of the argument again. So yeah, here he is doing it again. Here he is doing it the first time. So I said, evil Indian. Not all Indians are evil, but many are. Most people, what you're saying is you need a herd for comfort. You need a herd for comfort. But I'm a lone wolf who doesn't depend on such a crutch because I'm not weak like you. Now if out of the blue I suddenly say I'm not weak, I'm a lone wolf, then I'm boasting, and that's pride and that's evil. The Bible says you shouldn't do that. However, if you look at the context, I'm not really boasting, I'm just defending myself. When someone says that, for example, if someone says, oh, you're so poor and pathetic, but then you say, I willingly gave up my riches to follow Jesus, then you're not boasting and you're being religious, you're just explaining why you're poor and that it's not a bad thing, really. Or in this case, I'm just defending myself from his claim that my being alone is a bad thing. I turned that into a good thing. I made his attack backfire. So, and also I turned his strength into weakness. His strength is irrelevant because it's a bandwagon fallacy. Ad populum. Oh, many people are on his side, therefore he's right. No, that's absolute nonsense. If you know history, you know the majorities of the world are always wrong. Like the Mongol hordes, they were evil, and the Catholic worshippers, they were evil. They're all evil, just a bunch of herds fighting herds. That's history. But I'm a lone wolf who doesn't depend on such a crutch. And now I'm a wolf, right? But I'm not like a wolf in sheep's clothing. When I say I'm a lone wolf, I mean that in a debate I don't need others to help me. I can think for myself, and anyone can do it if they try. but most people prefer the comfort of the herd because it's easier that way. So I turned a strength into a weakness. I turned my weakness into a strength. And he backfired. And then let me see if he responded to that. I forgot if he responded to that particular post. By the way, I get most of my news from Indians. First Post is an Indian channel. I don't care about CNN. I don't care about Fox News. I prefer Indian propaganda. And it is propaganda because they always have an agenda. For example, they support the mainstream on the so-called COVID. So I was going to check if he responded to that. Let me check. Come on. So then he said, "Ooh, found ourselves an emo guy who never grew out of the phase of I'm a lone wolf. Imagine being a grown man calling yourself a lone wolf." Hold on, respond to it over there. So a grown man calling himself a lone wolf. Plenty of grown men would do that. There's nothing wrong with it. So his premise is nonsense. For example, many men call themselves or strive to be what they call alpha males. Some think it's cringe, some know it's not really cringe. It depends on who says it and what they define alpha male as. There are cringe definitions of that and there are non-cringe definitions. It depends. But this isn't bad necessarily. And look, he says, "Oh, found ourselves." Look how he says ourselves. This just drives the point home, doesn't it? He's in a herd. He needs others for approval. He needs to fit in, to feel validated. Even though validity doesn't come from the herd. That's the stupid bandwagon fallacy. What would you expect from people who worship shit? Oh, that's right, they cherry pick. Shit isn't God to them. Whatever suits their whatever's convenient for them at the moment, that's what's God to them. So anyway, I said further, for your information, my mom sent me a message on Facebook and I haven't read it nor plan to. She tried to seduce me before I left their house. Never imitate French for fun, it makes women go crazy. French is dangerous. Must suck to be alone on Christmas, he said. Must suck is that many of you have the name Suck Deep. So once again I turned his attack into a backfiring attack. I use everything they do against them. And anyone can debate like me. You just have some practice. The most important thing is that you're right, because if you're wrong, it doesn't matter what you do. If you don't have substance, there is no sting in your attacks. So then here I ask him a question he runs away from. Are you Dravidian or Aryan? What type of Indian are you? Now Aryans are invaders, they're not really Indians. And Aryans are light-skinned, by the way. Dravidians are the southern types. And there are other types, like Shah Rukh Khan. He is brown, but he's not from the south, so he's a different type of Indian. But an Aryan example would be Amir Khan, a famous Bollywood actor. And I also said, by the way, this video portrays the abandonment of India by gypsies as due to non-Indians, but maybe your ancestors were there bothering them with malicious and irrational jokes that aren't funny. So they were like, let's get out of here. Sanjay Kumar the first is really obnoxious. I originally laughed. So let's see here. And then he said, love how you ignored everything I said. Guess there are truths in the details. In reference to what? This is confusing because they don't show all the posts in the same thread. I have to go to the notifications in a different page, basically or a window, different window, to see where I was or where we were. Hold on. What else did he say? So he says I ignored everything I said, but look at this. Well, first I said, now look, when he said I ignored everything that he said, he did not read this comment when he typed this. See, we posted these in 1 hour ago. We posted it at the same time. I did everything, but I did. He was just not patient and assumed. So I did not ignore it. I ignored nothing you said. You said you ignored every... I hate my neighbors. So he said, I said, I ignored nothing you said. You said you ignored everything 49 seconds ago, said YouTube. I posted my second response 55 seconds ago. He just didn't get the memo that I thoroughly shredded him. And he's the one running from my argument in question. He's pathetic. And this is the post. I like that you edited your comment in frustration. Which comment? It doesn't show up. So let me go to it here. Actually, it doesn't show. It wouldn't show here either, would it? Evil Hindu who will burn forever because your God is literally shit, but my God is the real deal, as I proved. In proof the Bible is the truth, prophetic power, and rival. The Bible prophesied centuries ahead of time, back when Europe was poor, weak, and irrelevant, before Rome was heard of, and before Alexander was born, that Europe would conquer the world, including India, using great iron, aka steel. Give me a Hindu prophecy on par with that, or superior. The record in my videos of my debates with Hindus, and I might make more with you because I enjoy crushing the pride of evil people and exposing their nonsense, shows that one of your comrades said that Hindus have a prophecy of there being 4 ages in the future, which isn't even to be taken seriously as a prophecy, since any future can be divided into 4 sections, so it is unfalsifiable, just like there will be stuff happening. No, really. I originally laughed. So Hinduism fails miserably. Your malice here shows further how much a failure your religion is, that it doesn't teach you to be rational or honest nor fair. You run from my argument because you're a paper tiger. Typical Asian depends on greater numbers. Europe conquered by greater knowledge. Now continue using a European language and a European script to argue with a Spaniard whose people once owned the Indian Ocean and Goa, among countless other things by the grace of God. During the Iberian Union, when Portugal was Spanish property. I asked you if you're Dravidian or Aryan, but you're scared to say, Hindu coward. I'll ask you again. Are you Dravidian or Aryan? Oh, found ourselves. Translation. Let's go back to that comment, by the way. Where was it? It was this one. Oh, found ourselves an emo guy, blah, blah, blah. An emo guy. Where was it? Moo. Translation. Moo. I'm calling my herd for support in the worthless sense, which is getting likes for my shit posts because logic and facts I cannot deliver. Moo. Arjun laughed. I get it. You have millions of ignorant people on your side, including Hindus who eat human flesh, the Agodi, and Indians who shit in public, beaches, in the open. Good for you, but it is totally irrelevant to the truth. Truth isn't based on popularity. Silly, that's a bandwagon fallacy. You broadcast how weak your mind is every time you shit out that fallacy. His argument is shit. Emo guy, he says. Everyone has emotions. You edited your comment due to the rush of emotions you got from being served. Arjun laughed. Who never grew out the phrase, imagine being a grown man, blah, blah, blah. That Palestinian guy with the long hair. Jesus doesn't have long hair. You keep showing how little you know and superficial you are. Palestinian is a modern term. Again, you show you know nothing. Arjun laughed. Keep talking. You keep hurting your own side with every breath. You're making this too easy. You done goofed attacking me since I love to mock mockers. Though I specialize in dealing with atheist shitheads, not so much cow cultists. Drink your cow piss yet? You need energy. So, has he not answered your prayers? There are cases where God answered my prayers, yes. But you're changing the subject a bit. Let's stick to the fact that you are running from my argument, proving Hinduism is evil. You're that impotent. Yet you beat your chest while running away. You're that deluded. So then, you think you're a funny Indian, but the funniest Indian is Russell Peters. He's rich because he makes fun of suck-deeps like him. Raped any Dalits lately? You say I'm lonely. Sometimes I feel lonely, yes, but I usually have what is called solitude, where I can listen to whatever I want and do pretty much whatever I want and fart whenever I want. It's not so bad, and it's much better than being with fake friends like you. You would certainly backstab your family and friends to save your own skin suck deep. Face it, you're a coward and a liar. You run from my challenges. This proves it. On Facebook I have almost 500 so-called friends, but I don't know most of them, and many are just random Indians for some reason. I laughed at him. Now, reading that essay. See, he runs away. He runs away. The Hindu runs away. So to be expected. See? Sanjay Kumar, to me, not reading that essay you made, lol, blah, 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 blah. So, not reading that essay. Then I won't read more of your garbage posts. Checkmated, son of Satan. Can't stand the heat? Then get out of the kitchen. You in a war.